Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a young boy named Arjun. He was a kind and curious boy who loved nature very much. Every day after school, Arjun liked to walk near the fields and forests around his village. He enjoyed watching birds, butterflies, and the tall green trees that danced in the wind. One day, while walking near a quiet path, Arjun noticed a very small seed lying on the ground. It looked ordinary and dry, and many people had probably walked past it without even noticing. But Arjun stopped and picked it up. He looked at the seed and wondered, what will happen if I plant this seed? Arjun decided to plant the seed in the garden behind his house. He dug a small hole in the soil and gently placed the seed inside. Then he covered it with soil and poured some water over it. Every morning, Arjun visited the same spot and watered the soil. Days passed, but nothing happened. Arjun started to feel a little disappointed. He thought maybe the seed would never grow. But Arjun remembered something his grandfather once told him. His grandfather had said, "Good things take time. If you are patient and keep working, you will see results one day." So Arjun did not give up. He continued watering the seed every day. After about 2 weeks, something amazing happened. A tiny green sprout came out of the soil. Arjun was very happy. He shouted with excitement and ran to tell his family. His parents and grandfather came to the garden and looked at the tiny plant. His grandfather smiled and said, "You see, patience always brings rewards." Arjun took great care of the little plant. He protected it from animals and strong winds. As months passed, the small plant slowly grew bigger and stronger. Years passed, and the small plant became a tall and beautiful tree. Its branches were wide, and its leaves were green and healthy. Birds started building their nests on the branches, and travelers often rested under the cool shade of the tree. People in the village began to admire the tree. They said it was one of the most beautiful trees in the area. One day, Arjun was sitting under the tree when his grandfather came and sat beside him. His grandfather said, "Do you remember the day you planted the seed?" Arjun smiled and said, "Yes, I remember. At that time it looked so small and unimportant." His grandfather nodded and said, "That is the lesson of life. Great things often start from very small beginnings, but they need patience, care, and hard work." Arjun looked up at the tall tree and felt proud. He realized that if he had given up earlier, this beautiful tree would never have grown. From that day, Arjun understood an important truth. Success in life is very similar to growing a tree. You plant a small seed of effort, water it with patience, and protect it with hard work. Slowly, over time, the results begin to appear. And one day, what started as a tiny seed can grow into something truly great.